When you guys both came out of the Chesapeake 11-1, I mean, for 2 years straight, the Northeast and Robinson dominated that division. The records, all the success. Was there a sense that if there was going to be a year where both of you guys would take a title, this would be the year?
I'll be truthful, I never even gave it a thought. You know, we played Northeast and supported Northeast. I wasn't worried about whether one or both of us would take a title. I was more worried about whether we would take a title. You know, it's great taking 2 state championships out of the same county, same year is great, but you know, that was something that I didn't realize until after you guys, papers, had brought it up. I mean, it wasn't anywhere close to our radar. If it had been, then I probably would have just smacked them all upside the head and said, let's get back into the game.
Well, the Northeast Championship was the program's 6th, and that tied a record previously set by Rising Sun Softball in 2003. That was the most ever by a Cecil County program. Looking back, what does it mean to both of you guys to be a part of something like that?
I think the pattern was like every 10 years, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things that was kind of weighing on me, was keeping that tradition, because it was 76, 86, 96, and we didn't want to break the chain.
We didn't want to be responsible for that.
Yeah. For me, it was real important though, because I was actually around for the first 3, 76, 77, and 78, and used to help the team some then and practice and work out with them. And then for the 96 team, I had coached a couple of those girls in club, and so they were all important to me because I've been around it my whole life.
So this was like the culmination for you of being around that team so many years.
Mm-hmm. And it was nice. As far as us both winning, I didn't really think about it until that day. I think just like we said, winning and keeping that 6 pattern going was really important. And also after the way we had lost, you know, the year before, 25-23 in the 5th and deciding game to the defending state champions and in the semifinals, that was, you know, that was a big motivator too, to lose the way we did and then almost get killed on the bus ride on the way home.
Well, that was,
yeah, so
just the cherry on top.
Yeah.
For you, Rich, I know you're not one on the accomplishments and you're not big on this program's done that within this, but 7 region titles, 5 trips to the state final in this decade. What does that mean to you, to this Rising Sun program, and to this area's volleyball in general? Obviously, it puts them on the map.
Well, I had to go back and look everything up. And I guess I knew it, I didn't realize it. So my first trip to state finals was my first year coaching, 2000. And then we didn't go back for a couple of years. You know, I think it shows the dedication of the girls that come into the program. I make no beans about it when they walk on the court. You know, I expect to be playing in the state finals every year. That puts a lot of pressure on the kids. And over the years, the caliber of the players that we've gotten, you know, they've walked on the court and made that commitment as well. And that commitment follows through the off seasons as much as during the season. So we've got kids that are playing not quite year-round, but almost year-round at this stage. It's nice to go back and think about, you know, how successful we've been. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think some of my best coaching jobs have been with the teams that haven't reached it. You know, when I look back at it was 2003 or something like that. You know, I thought I did a tremendous coaching job. We didn't make it out of regionals. So it's almost like, hey, you know, this seems to get pretty easy sometimes. My wife will tell you just the opposite. It gets more and more difficult. But yeah, it's kind of nice. I've got some kids coming back now. You know, Stacy Crummell was coaching with me over the fall. You know, and you know, she wasn't here for a state championship. She had just missed it. And it's nice to see those kids coming back now. They're bringing some renewed enthusiasm to this whole thing. But I've got an opportunity to work with some great kids. coach opposite some great coaches. You know, I love coaching against Gary. I just love it. I think the Northeast Rising Sun rivalry is great. It's wonderful to walk into a gym. I love walking into Northeast gym and having it packed.
Feels good.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a lot of fun. And I think the level that both teams have brought to the sport in the county has brought the enthusiasm with it. It's just a great atmosphere. I love it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Challenging.
Yeah, I usually don't end up yelling a lot at it. So.
Yeah.
What about for you, Gary, this rivalry? I mean, certainly it's got to mean a lot to you as well.
It does, but part of that too is, like I said, knowing all the kids on both teams, and just great when I think back the 5 years that I've been at Northeast and the years that I coached club, but in particular the 5 years at Northeast, both teams have just had great groups of girls. They're for the most part, all of them have been really enjoyable to coach, hard-working, and that makes it fun, and it makes that rivalry that much more enjoyable, because then you can just focus on the play and not the stuff that's hanging out behind the scenes.
One more for the players. Most kids say they're fortunate if they can go to one state final. You played in 3. Just looking back at your career, just talk about the opportunity to play in 3 state championships.
It's amazing. I've never felt that great to play volleyball before. Going out, it was so nerve-wracking, and it's an experience that it would be definitely awesome for everyone to go through. It's definitely fun. It's very challenging. It's nerve-wracking, but it's definitely something to go through. It's awesome.